Hello. So I wanted to record a quick video, excuse this like weird thing coming off of my window, and share a little bit about my story of how I got started with this health and fitness journey, and just kind of, I don't know, pieces of that, like a little bit of my story with it, because a lot of people think that I was always into health and fitness, or I was always into working out, or like this is how I grew up, or this is just like how I naturally am, like things like that when they see my pieces of my story. But that's really not it. And I wanted to share that with you because that's what I do. That's what I do as a coach is I help other people and other women and other moms get started on their health and fitness journey. So I think it's important, to share where I started compared to where I am now and how you can do the same and how I would love to help if you feel like you connect with me at all, or if you feel like you have similar goals or you have goals of your own that you kind of need that extra little push for or someone to help you. So I'm going to try and make this not very quick, or not very long. I am going to try and make it quick. So if you don't know me, my name is Larissa. I am currently a mom of two daughters, Avery and Ellie. They're 4 and 2, and then I am married. My husband is in the military. But to tell you kind of, a little bit about me from before is I never grew up healthy. I never grew up in a family that was very healthy or ate very well. Me and my brother, we literally grew up on frozen meals that were like mac and cheese, like frozen mac and cheese microwave dinners, like all the time. We were so obsessed. I drank like Dr. Pepper basically all the time. I'd have like a can or two like before 10 a.m. like just my entire life growing up. And then a lot of members of my family, they smoke, they drink, they do all these things. But I just grew up, not very healthy, and I just didn't really care. Like, I never worked out. I was in cheerleading when I was like 5 to 7, but that was basically it. I didn't play any sports. I was fairly thin growing up, but that doesn't always necessarily mean healthy. When I would get stressed as I got older, I would do one of two things. I would either just not eat because of stress, and then I would just become this little twig of a person, or I would stress eat and binge, or it was just one or the other all the time. And again, just working out was just not part of my life. I got pregnant with my oldest daughter, and again, just kept living my life, all that kind of stuff. I did not have a very healthy pregnancy. I gained a kind of normal amount of weight. I think I gained about 35 pounds. And I was working all the time. I was working 3 jobs when I was pregnant, so that probably was what kind of helped keep the weight down, because I was, just running around like a crazy person all the time, working 3 jobs and then working 2 jobs. And I went back to work actually when she was 4 weeks old, but that was before any of this or these programs or my journey started. How I was really just kind of, living the same kind of life. I'll never forget, I was about 6 weeks pregnant or something, and I was telling myself, Larissa, you need to make sure you're eating, you're growing a human inside of you, so you should probably make sure you're eating food, because again, I would get busy and be running around, and I just would never eat. I was not healthy. I was not healthy. Even if I fit into a size 2 pair of jeans, you guys, I was so unhealthy. So I remember saying to myself, okay, you're growing a human, you need to actually eat some food. So I remember I was leaving my house, and I packed, food. It was a bottle of Gatorade, some Crunch Berries in a bag, and a clementine orange. And I was like, all right, I got food, I'm good to go. That was my legitimate idea of fueling my body. That was all I knew. That just put food in your body, and that's you know what I mean? In my head, you didn't need to eat healthy unless you wanted to lose weight. You didn't need to eat healthy unless you were overweight. That's just how my brain worked. And then how I got started on this journey is my husband is in the military. My daughter was about 1. We'd just gotten married that November before, and he was being deployed to Kuwait. And I'd never been on my own before. I'd never obviously been a parent by myself before. Oh my gosh, it was so much. So he was leaving to be deployed, and I went into this whole new world of I'm still working full time. I'm taking care of my daughter now. She's 1, so now she's starting to actually eat real food, and that was kind of also a reality check to me. Excuse my third eye I have happening right here. I need to stop touching it. This is me all the time, crazy. So she needed to start eating real food, and that was when I kind of noticed. I was like, I really know how to feed you chicken nuggets and packaged applesauce and frozen cheesy wheel mac and cheese. That was really all I know. So that was part of it. But what really happened was that my husband was deployed, and again, I'm running around all crazy taking care of me and her, that I wasn't taking care of myself. I'm so focused. I was still breastfeeding at the time as well, but I'm so focused on, trying to take the best care of my daughter and figure out what the heck I'm doing as a first-time mom without my husband here, like, that I'm just like letting myself dwindle down, right? I'm working for other people. I'm taking care of her. I'm trying to, make sure everything's okay here at home so my husband isn't stressing. I'm trying to make care packages to send him, like all of that kind of stuff, that I just was not taking care of myself. And I was always so tired. And sometimes we think like, oh, well, you're a mom, you work, you're supposed to be tired. But I was just like dead tired. And I remember going up and down my staircase, and I would be like so out of breath just going up my stairs. And I was like 21, and like my heart would be beating out of my chest, like just from walking up my stairs. What 21-year-old cannot walk up her stairs without feeling like she's gonna pass out? That's when I was like, okay, Larissa, you're out of shape. So I would do like Pinterest workouts, right? Like I would do these like wall sits. I would always Google love handle workouts because I hated my love handles, all these things, I would do them, I would get sore, and then I wouldn't do anything for like 2 months because I'm sore. So that was, again, my baseline. So the one thing that really hit me was my daughter was one, and she was upstairs napping, and I was downstairs, and she was crying in her crib, and I didn't go get her, solely for the fact that like I didn't want to climb the stairs because I knew climbing the stairs would make me feel tired. I would be in pain. I would be reminded of what a crappy job I'm doing at taking care of myself. Like that I'm just out of shape or I'm tired. I didn't want that heart beating out of my chest feeling. I didn't want my legs to be sore. Like I was too exhausted and tired. And also the fear of being exhausted and tired that I didn't want to go upstairs and get my daughter, so I let her cry there for a while, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, then I had that realization. I was like, this is not okay. Like, this is not okay. The way that I'm taking care of myself, trying to take the best care of her, is now harming the way that I'm taking care of her. It's now making me do not a great job of taking care of her because I'm not taking care of myself. Like that was my turning point of like something has to change. And again, my foundation and my knowledge of working out and eating right and what to eat and like how to do any of that was zilch. Like I grew up with none of that. And I don't have time to like research a bunch of stuff and like try a bunch of stuff and sample a bunch of stuff. Like I'm crazy busy, right? I'm working, I have a toddler, I'm like all that kind of stuff. So I reached out to this girl I worked with, Shauna. She was my coach. Well, she wasn't yet, but I worked with her and at the restaurant that I worked at. And she was always posting on Facebook about this like superfood shake that she was drinking and how it's full of like all these vitamins and stuff. And, I didn't really ever think I was interested. But then like when I had that turning point, I was like, you know what, maybe my body really just needs something to fuel me. Like maybe my body just needs the vitamins to give me the energy I need. Maybe my body just really needs like something good because it has to be better than what I'm doing right now. Because again, I didn't have any interest in working out or anything like that. And again, I didn't know how, right? Like, and I can't go to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym. So I reached out to her about, this superfood shake she drank, and she explained it to me. And I'm going to be honest, because I'm an honest person. She told me the price, and I was like, no, that's not, thanks, but no thanks. And I just kept doing what I was doing, right? And I did it for like maybe a month and a half. I even broke down the cost. I figured out it was like $4 a day. And to me still, that all I could see was that like price tag. And then I have another video, by the way, about why I love this superfood shake. If you want to watch that, let me know personally. But then I downloaded an app, and like feel free to do this but I downloaded an app where I would track everything I was spending, and like I would go through the drive-thru real quick, get like $1 chicken sandwich on my way to work. I would go and get a Red Bull. I would go and get a Jamba Juice, like all these little things that were like little bits here and there. I could not believe how much they were adding up in my pocket for nothing. Like, and I'm still feeling crappy, obviously, because it's not doing anything for me. I'm still feeling the way I was feeling. I'm still like not changing and not feeling better. So like, if I have one piece of advice for you, don't do what I do. Don't do what I did and like wait for that. Don't wait until you realize that like what you're doing isn't gonna work and that like nothing changes until something changes, because I wish I started sooner. I seriously do. Like I wish I just got over myself and was like, you deserve this. Your body deserves this. So anyway, That's what I was interested in, was a superfood shake. I wasn't interested in anything else, but I'm a deal hunter, and it's a way better deal to get the package with the workouts and all that kind of stuff. So I got it because I like to, get the most value for what I'm spending. So I got that, and I just kind of I did my first workout, you guys. I did my first workout, and I thought I was going to die. Again, I'm 21 years old. I'm not I wasn't overweight or anything, but again, thin and skinny or thin or whatever does not mean healthy. It does not mean healthy, and it does not mean in shape, and it does not mean fit. And that was me. So I was dying, and I was just oh my gosh, this is so hard. It came with these portion control containers, and I was like, all right, well, let's see how this goes. And I didn't tell anybody I was doing it, and I just did it, and I freaking loved it. Oh my gosh, it changed my freaking life. I cannot even tell you. Remember how I told you how I would just barely eat, or I would grab something really quick? This gave me some structure, but also some freedom. That's what I loved about it, because it gave me an outline to make sure I was eating enough food. And even on the days I wanted to binge, I was eating enough food, but it helped me make sure I was eating the right kinds of food to fuel my energy and fuel my body, and also to fuel my workouts, so that those workouts that were killing me were actually now making me stronger. And I was feeling stronger every time I did it. And then I was welcomed into this amazing community of women who were doing the same thing for themselves, and we were cheering each other on. And I didn't have a lot of girlfriends. I was a mom. I was really young. I was 21. None of my friends had kids yet. I'm super introverted, which you might not believe right now in this moment, but I really am, and especially back then. So I didn't talk to a lot of people. That's why I kind of tried doing it on my own. And it was just such an amazing thing. I'll talk more about the community in my coaching video, but such an amazing thing to be welcomed into that part of community where you're surrounded by people doing better for themselves. Because here's the thing too, is I was somebody who was so negative. I looked down on everybody who did anything like this. I felt bad for people that worked out. Oh, you have to work out. I don't have to work out. Newsflash, friends. This is my personal discovery. Everyone needs to work out for your health. My mindset of you only need to work out when you want to lose weight or build muscle was so messed up. You need to work out for your family, for your health, to be there for your family, to be that example for your family, to just feel good so your body doesn't hold you back from the things that you want to do, the life you want to live. It sounds so crazy that, doing these workouts, being a part of this community, following these meal plans that really aren't very restrictive, it taught me all about nutrition, because I had the tools. You have to lean into the tools, but you get all the tools. Now I am so interested, and I love, and I have such a passion for all the things I've learned from these programs that have helped my health and now my kids' health, because like I said, I didn't know how to prepare a meal for my kids. All I knew how to cook was spaghetti and scrambled eggs and a breakfast burrito. Basically, that was all I knew how to cook, and it wasn't always easy. My kitchen had no spices. I started out and I was like, oh, well, I literally didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to do a hard-boiled egg, and I didn't even know how to cook chicken. I Googled it for the first 3 months, every single time I had to cook chicken. So believe me when I say it doesn't matter where you are or what your circumstances are, it's possible, and this gives you the tools and the community. So, sorry, I got a little on a rampage there, or a rant, but I'm just so passionate about how this has changed my life that I just want to help as many people as I can have that same realization, because I honestly don't know what my health would be like if I didn't start this. The Superfood Shake Shakeology made me feel so much better. It gave me so much more energy. It is my go-to, especially now that I have 2 kids, running out the door, grabbing it, knowing that I'm putting something good into my body. It is my go-to just in the mornings when I'm rushed for breakfast, or even just dessert, to have something sweet and good that's actually good for me. And same with my kids. There's a kids shake that my kids absolutely love. I did all of this, and I did the workouts and the programs through my entire second pregnancy. I've been doing it for 3.5 years now, and it's not always perfect. There's ups and downs, right? But it's about a journey. It's not just a before and after. It's not just a 21-day challenge. It's not just a 30-day challenge. This is your lifestyle, okay? So I want to help you do that. If any part of my story has connected with you, or me in general, if you feel like I can help you, or you feel like you would like me to help you, I would be honored and so excited to do that, because that's what I love to do. My life is continuously changed. I'm not done. I'm still a work in progress all the time. I'm always learning new things. I'm always trying new things. I'm always all those kinds of things. So I want to do that with you, and I want you to be a part of that and start your journey too. So I'm going to have another video too about my coaching side of things, and the business side of things and how this has changed my life from a coaching aspect and business aspect, and how to change my family's life in that way, if you want to watch that too. But if, like I said, if any part of this resonated with you, or if you have goals you want to work towards, or even if you just want to chat about your goals, like, I'm here to help and I would love to. So if you have any questions or anything like that, please do not hesitate to reach out, okay? Thank you for watching.